Welcome back to Pyre. I'm their darling and leader. Let us lead our band of exiles to their freedom and absolution. Well, last time we defeated the withdrawn, the snaky people, and having secured a victory over withdrawn with ease, you and others have some moments to recover from the ordeal in relative safety of a black wagon. So, when can we get out of it? What? Queentown had enough Udmil's hospitality for the time. Still don't know how to say that name. Oh, Jody, yeah. Thanks, I'm good. The reader and the stars will point the way as ever. It's just, so far we've kept on going north. If that's the case again this time. The sea of soil spreads north and west from here, for untold leagues. I cannot tell you when last the vessel dared sail those waters. Tizo asserts himself during the conversation. What is the matter, little one? Tizo's trying to get you to come look at something outside a wagon. A new party member? Reader, please go see what he wants. You excuse yourself and follow the imp into the dark of the night. Either that or Tizo's gonna like murder us or something, that'd be not good. You find me and Malone Minstrel already gazing up at the stars. Alright, fair enough. Can you not read the stars yourself then, Mr. Minstrel? I fear it is not as simple as matters of can or cannot when it comes to me, May. We shall see what the reader has to say for us, for this is her charge. And here she is, in fact. Thank you for fetching her, Tizo. Oh, I see. Scree her! Tizo is happy to have obliged your own minstrel. Reader, it would seem the skies have cleared to some extent. Please look up at the stars and see where they compel us to go next. Seek now your destination. We'll see where we had to go, and we'll see if Hedwin or Jodario's theory is right, and we do seem to be going more and more north with every single one. Should have probably read that before I clicked on it, huh? It was like Osier as your star is what I thought it said, but I don't actually know if that's right. Rites beckoning you still further north, towards the middle of a sea of soils. Solace, not soils. An impossible ocean expanse, pockmarked by crude little islets. Attempt to sail across the drowned sea do not usually turn out so well. Well, that's a bit difficult. That's not good. You're joking, right, sister? Does the reader seem the joking type to you, Greentail? We do not argue with stars. You talk like we can just go ride right out into the water. That's not your... What? How's your accent? Hey, sister. I can't remember your accent anymore. I've completely forgot. It's not even been that long. It's been about 20 minutes since I recorded the last episode, and I've forgotten your accent already, Rukia, so I'm sorry. Pardon my interruption, but perhaps we can. Say what? My client Sandalwood. He has a way of anticipating such eventualities. Ah, yes. The mystery informant. Westerville lies a place called Big Bertrude's. Big Bertrude's, a small bug dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. All sorts of contraband used to come through there. So, what? Some of it fatal if touched or inhaled. Alright, well, alright. The proprietor is an old companion of his. She may be able to assist us. Hedwin's smile returns. That sounds like our best shot right now. Let's pack it up and move as soon as possible. What was Ricky's voice? Oi, oi! Isn't that like that? Wasn't it a Cockney accent I gave, right? Because I feel like I remember giving his rival an even stronger Cockney accent or something. The minstrel has something on his mind. Greetings, reader. It's good that you are here, for there is something that I wish to tell you privately. Do you have a moment? I shall not keep you long, though I know your time is precious. I'm sure. Hear him out. The lone minstrel seems to be well-meaning. You bid him to continue, and make clear your interest in whatever he has to say. Well, very well, and thank you for your time. And I shall further note, matters that pertain directly to the rights, I must reveal to you alone, for thus I am obliged. In any case, when you confronted the withdrawn, and which Udmild, you might recall she tended to invoke a certain name. Yeah, Ysauge or whatever. Ylisak. Vesterborn. I hesitate to say it even now. You would be forgiven if you took the loathings of Udmild did for mere nonsense. However, her words, as it turns out, ring with a certain truth. My accent's so bad. I apologise. This is terrible. It's kind of funny. Before the union of the 8 scribes, when first they found themselves here in the downside, their stand was even less hospitable, if that can be believed. It was ruled over by greater titans. Colossal monsters that once roamed the downside. The scribes together slew them one by one, and through this forged their bonds. I feel like one by one's a bit of a slow way to do it, but whatever. The one called Ysauge was the eldest and the most fearsome of the lot. Just the same, the scribes managed to defeat it. They later used Ysauge's own hide and ichor to bind the Book of Rites. Ooh. I thought it was a wooden book, to be honest. I didn't realise it was leather-bound. However, Ysauge did not truly die. By some accounts, it seems to have been incapable of death. The creature is regenerating, even now, but very, very slowly. I suppose that's going to be our final boss, huh? It vows to devour this land and everything in it. Only then can it return until whatever plane that banished it to ours. So in a way, it's an exile, just like you. If ever should be the creature be reborn, it shall be many ages hence. Thus the ravings of Edmild are more or less inconsequential for a while. Yes, yet the history of Yislak is inexorably linked to the rites, and therefore must be known. I trust your research of a book shall lead you to discover more in time. Well, we still have like 8 more chapters of a book, so I don't want to worry about that too much yet. I brought a visit of some reassurance, and now I leave you to your more immediate concerns. I should go check to see how everyone's faring at this time. He heads out into the evening, bidding you a good rest of the evening. Well, that's not good, probably. Well, I mean, it doesn't really pertain directly to us yet, so I guess we won't have to worry for now. Let's forgive me, I'm very thirsty, so I'm going to have to constantly drink some water. Big bear trees. A very fancy skull you seem to be living in. A small bug dweller outpost at the edge of the sea. The lone minstrel says someone here can help you pursue across the sea to the stars. I'm not sure if that's exactly what it said, but you know what I meant. Oh, nice little hot bear. Make sure you don't fall into a deepened pit. This is the place. Let's go see my client's companion as soon as you're ready. Sure. Seek Bertrude. Anyone in here that we need to talk to? Doesn't seem like it. Alright. Big Bertrude. Let's find you. You Big Bertrude. Big Bertrude's is a sickly gathering of bug dwellers who stay within the shadows, yet you can feel their eyes surveying everything. Then a minstrel steps forward. Sandalwood sent us. Those words are enough to make a bog dweller snap to attention. They emerge from the mud and the dark, and begin inspecting your black wagon with their strange tools. What? Oh, bog dweller, of course. One of the bog dwellers slithers forth. She's larger than the rest, and leaves no doubt that she commands the others. Thou speakst the name Sandalwood. We would know his whereabouts. Reveal them to us. Good day to you, Big Bertrude. It's a pleasure to meet you. Oh, so you're Big Bertrude. She's a bug dweller once feared and respected in the Commonwealth for her sorcerer's work. It's a pleasure to meet you at last. For Sandalwood always spoke highly of you and your handiwork. He did he? In turn, we know who thou must be. Yet thou speakst of a past. Sandalwood doth he yet live? Speak plain and quickly. To be quite frank with you, madam, I do not know for certain. For I have been apart from him for some time, carrying out his will. Though I have every faith that Sandalwood lives. As for his current whereabouts, understand that he awaits us somewhere near Wakingwood, beyond the waters. Wakingwood, a labyrinth of a forest of the western half of Black Basin. Few know their way around it. The path to the sacred Mount Alodiel lies far beyond the suffocating woods. We wish to seek him there, though, as you can see, our wagon is ill-suited for the task. The one called Bertrude frowns at this, studying the lone minstrel all the while. Indeed. Then leave us. Return at dawn. That is all. Where are we going to go? In this noxious bog? By your grace, Big Bertrude. The lone minstrel turns away, but Edwin stops him. Hold on. Are you sure about this? Leaving the wagon in their care? All shall be in accordance with my client's plan. You keep calling Sandalwood your client. He must reward you well. Aye. In a manner of speaking, he helped me find a sense of purpose I thought I lost. Edwin nods at this, then turns to you. Well, my friend, I guess we'll see what happens, right? I'm off to let the others know. What are we going to do? You find yourself with time for your vocations, or while the bog dwellers go about their business. Ah, yes, this stuff. Raise that individual rank of the rights more quickly. Just because of the reader to grant small global bonuses. Yes, that's what we want. We don't need resources. We want small global bonuses. You excuse yourself and the others to go pore over the Book of Rites and its mysteries. The greater understanding comes to the reader's influence. One hope. Quickness. Quickness is what we did last time, isn't it? I wonder if we should have a little bit more presence. Because if we... The thing is, when we have a bit more presence, it means that we can win off duels. What I mean by, like, if we, say, are Jodariel and we face off against the clone Jodariel, if we have a little bit more aura globally, that means our aura is going to be slightly bigger, so we can just run directly into them to attack them. So I think that's probably going to have a bit more of a presence in quickness for now, but we should max out quickness first, I think. You tune yourself to the strange and mystic property of a Book of Rites, embracing as such as possible that which cannot be explained or truly known. Inspiration comes to you in a flash, whether from the book or from within, you cannot tell. We got Tenacity. All Nightwing's gain, +1 presence. Nice. A global buff, I think, tends to be a lot better than one specific buff for a specific character. Why is our cart so stinky? because that will help us in the long run. The lone minstrel finds you early the next day. Reader, it's ready. Please come have a look. The others are already there. Where are we? Is it bigger? Ooh! Fancy. The black wagon appears different than it did even a day before. That is fully sealed and reinforced, and all manner of nautical equipment adorns the port side. There's a little fish here somehow. Oh no, that's like an aquarium. How do you seal the door? Wow. You people seen this? I'm gonna have a look around. Bottle of water. You people seen this? I'm gonna have a look around. That sounds a bit closer. The wagon should be fit for a sea voyage. Let's depart at your earliest convenience. What about Big Bertrude? She then appears as if on cue. Tell that Sandalwood he owes us twice over. If I may, Big Bertrude, you can tell him yourself if you wish to accompany us in our voyage north. Our group will welcome someone of your vast experience. Dare ye make flirtations upon us? No, Enough. But should you see that Sandalwood, tell him also to come and visit us again. Now be gone from here, and tell no one that we were paid in favours. So, okay, noted. Don't flirt with bog dwellers. She slithers off without another word. See my lone minstrel breaks the silence. We're fortunate that she assisted us, but we should go, just as she said. I know the navigation controls and shall explain. This is so exciting. I don't know how to swim. Seems like bad if we're going to be out at sea. Scream! Tisa seems to share my amazing enthusiasm for heading out to sea. I'm beginning to feel ill already. Your black one becomes seaworthy. The Sea of Solace awaits. Awesome. Now we can sail out across the land. I do want to inspect it a little bit more of the inside of our cart, but it seems like we don't have that opportunity yet. Before she left, Big Bertrude shared knowledge of a current that should draw you out to sea. Okay, Worm Gulf. So we've got a little bit of distance to go until we get our next rite, which is going to be out in the middle of the ocean. I suppose we just sort of dive off of this. See, our cart is very, very vertical. Ooh, ooh! It has a bit of a Transformers, like a Sailor Moon transformation, and somehow a boat builds around it. I don't even know how that works. Worm Gulf, that is a very strange G. You and your companions watch the sea as your wagon rolls over the gentle waves. We've crossed into the Worm Gulf. I hope that all of you are acclimating well. There's no acclimating to these worm-infested waters. We risk everything to sail here. As long as we follow the cold current Big Bertrude indicated, we shall be safe. If the next rite is in the middle of the sea, how will our adversaries meet us there? They shall find their way, as we find ours. It is all part of the scribe's design. Now, reader, please confirm the next point of urgent sea journey. We seek Hulk of Oars. According to an exiles, the next rite should be soon commence here. A carcass of doomed exploring vessel Dazraban, lost in the waters of a downside. Hasn't every rite been at like a corpse of some like ancient being? Outer Solace. Fetid waters off the coast of Flagging Hands. Bertrude's instructions are to navigate the maze of moors in a curving route bearing northeast. Alright. We'll do our best. Our boat can still hop up and down the waters, which is incredible, if anything. Incredible technology by the bog people. What are they called? Are they called bog people? I don't remember. Interesting. Very blackened and murky waters. There's a very interesting world, this. The Pyre world. And all the environments. Very colourful. I do like the environmental design, certainly. The wagon continues rolling gently across the waves, which seems to you a welcome change of pace, after having come in from Flagging Hands not very long ago. However, Jodaro seems more concerned now than before, and paces ceaselessly. She's probably going to be too ill to participate in the next rite, I assume. When she noticed Ruki, she stops him for some questioning. Greentail, how's he doing? Oh, Edwin? Oh, he's pretty much the same. Been up all night, wretched into waters if I had to guess. His first time out to sea. His first. She turns to you. Reader, please check on Edwin when you have the opportunity. He requires our support, and we require swift recovery. That's okay, Edwin's not going to be in this battle. In this right battle. You wish him a good afternoon as you go check up on the others in the group. Later, you find Edwin looking out of sorts. Oh, hello, friend. It's just... the sea hasn't been good for me, I guess. It's funny. All this trouble. Just to get back to the Commonwealth of all places. Hey, tell me something. What do you miss the most about that place? I don't really know, so your book collection you had, the few friends you had, perhaps the food, nothing springs to mind. Probably friends. Sure, it was highly illegal, but just the same, you missed having access to those volumes. Life was almost difficult, but several of your long-time confidants helped you get by. Your mouth waters at just the thought of it, at least compared to what passes for sustenance here. You've made conscious effort to discard most of your memories of living in the Commonwealth. A few friends I had, absolutely. You tell him that there were those who did support you over the years, and that it pains you now to be apart from them. Yeah, I hear you, my friend. There's someone I miss terribly back there, myself. I'm sure that when you make it out of here, your loved ones will be waiting. Anyway, I'll be fine, I think. Deep breaths, Hedwyn, you know. Thank you for checking up on me. We'll get through this together, Hedwyn. You sense he wishes to be alone. There's not much to be done for him now. Appears that Hedwyn is too ill to conduct the next rite. May he soon get well. That's okay, he was not going to be in it. I'm sorry for the interruption, reader. Please again confirm the next point of our voyage. Sea of Solace. We still can't go inside the thing. You've not yet been to this region. According to a Bertrude's celestial landmark, you seekers beyond this tree. I have noticed it says we haven't not yet been to this landmark every single time. So does that mean we're going to be revisiting previous areas to keep conducting rites or something in the late game? There's probably only so many different locations we can go to, right? It's a bit like Civilization now. It's just like the boat drives up on the land like that. By the scribes, the sea. I didn't know it was so beautiful. Having escaped the worm gulf, you can now see what must be the hulk of oars far on the horizon. The doomed carcass. Not everyone has taken well to a sea voyage, however. Tizo's wondering if Hedwyn is feeling better. He requires further rest, Tizo. All we can do is to wish him a swift recovery. Reader, madame, from this point, our voyage must diverge from Bertrude's instructions. Please consult with your companions about which course to take. Okay. May believes that 8 scribes shall bless you here. Tizo wants to fish for something tasty here. The south current towards the hulk got oars, teams of fish and other sea life. Okay, so last time we did this, 8 scribes blessing meant that we got a buff for the next rite. I don't know what fishing is going to be, but we haven't actually done something for Tizo yet, so why don't we do Tizo's one? It could just be another sort of blessing. Like maybe we get a bit more vitality or something, like everyone feels invigorated with a hearty meal. Are we? Yeah, we're taking Tizo into this next thing, right? Is there Tizo, Jodario, and I forgot that one. The sea is peaceful for the most part, save for the occasional strange shimmers beneath the surface. You realise a lone minstrel is looking down at them along with you. The shapes down there. Some must be worms of a sea dominion cast into exile. Lost my accent. Sea dominion, a vast and watered undersea regime, home to untold number of amphibious worms. Having conquered their waters, the worms clambered onto the Commonwealth shores in search of new wars. I thought it said wares. I understand they tirelessly fought the Commonwealth's walls, having grown weary of our own. They must make worthy adversaries. Scrah-ha! Tizo appeared to spot something tasty. Tizo dives without warning into the depths below. And there he goes again. That one enjoys being at sea, despite its perils. Eventually, the limp imp resurfaces, clutching something in its claws. Tizo caught a frosty flounder. We could always sell it. Okay, so it's just getting money. 93! Oh my gosh. A limbless, cold-blooded creature caught at sea. Yeah, we don't need buffs for the next fights. We're strong enough already. Just be pure mechanical skills and riches. That's a good hop that you did there. So, oh, this is the creature. Oh, that's the symbol of it. I remember we saw that when we clicked on it first time. Alas, you arrive at the Hulk of Oars after journeying across the sea. It seems the next rite is to commence here soon, but there is no sign of your next adversaries yet. We've got another shop. Page revealed down the river. We'll check in on the downside. Hello, Jodario. She seems to have something on her mind. Reader, a moment of your time. You ask what's on her mind. Hedwyn. He's beginning to recover from his illness. However, its sudden onset serves as a reminder, I believe. I've known Hedwyn since he was a child. Even now, I hesitate to say that he has grown. Nevertheless, there are such things that even I would never say to him directly. For instance, I struggled with his confidence at times. Whether he leads us to our freedom or our doom, I am ambivalent. Speak not a word of this to him, of course. In case that is unclear, I shall tell him in my own way, if and when the time requires. Alright, fair enough. Thank you for sharing that with me. I'll heed by your, I promise you that I will heed by your request. In any case, when the time reminds me of his mortal weaknesses, I end up having to consider what should happen should we become separated permanently. Oh yeah. Did you trail us off for a while? It might happen. Not yet, but still. What I mean to say is, you should know that I'm fully pledged now to this quest of ours, whether Hedwyn is the one to lead us to its end or not. I have my reasons. One of them is him. I expect the same holds true for you. Absolutely. That's all I wish to say. Take care, reader. Thank you for sharing that with us, Jodario. She nods and brushes past you towards the door. No buff. Nautical bell. Among the black graven seafaring equipment, Hedwyn uses this to signal when food is ready. A keepsake from Big Bertrude's. Ding dong. I like his little fishies. Is that aquariums? We've got new books. No, they've just been tidied up. Drive imp. Table. Knock on wood. Things will go well. Silver cudgelhead. A limbless, cold-blooded creature rescued from the sea. It's fully grown and has led a rich life. Cool, I guess. Okay, that's particularly interesting here, so we'll read the next installment of the book. Down the river, in the words of Gol Galafanian, the Master General. The Emperor Soliamer knew naught of this, of course. His expedition yielded not the treasure he desired, but brought him closer to his country than he had ever been before. As he travelled down the river Sklorian in pursuit of greed, he found instead an inkling of shame. He saw the sunken faces of his people, heard their words for him. In time, he could not ignore it, and it proved more than he could bear. The river finally claimed him, his belongings and his retinue. Once the people heard, I understood they cried with joy. Perhaps he ought to have perished, but the mercy shown to him, I think, is what transformed him. So that was sort of his demise as a ruler, and people were very much happy for it, I suppose. Jodaro, you're kind of in the way of a HUD, I'm not gonna lie. Amusingly, Jodario's still got quite a lot of higher. So we're going to do May Tiso, and I guess Jodario. We want to take advantage of the inspiration thing, because I don't know yet if inspiration stacks. But I understand from the splash art of this game, we're probably going to end up with about 9 characters or so, so I assume it has to. Excuse me. Oh, hey guys. Funny running into you out there, right in the middle of a drink. I mean, not a lot of customers, so have a look. I'll give you a good deal. Alright, I guess we'll sell the fish. Sure. Proceed. When aura casting raises a bearer's maximum range by 8. I wonder if we should probably level these up a bit more. We could just buy these, why not? They're so cheap, we should buy them more often. We should probably level up the gold generation one. Maybe we can get our money back for it. 15 each, hold on. Who's holding it? You're holding it. How much is this leveled up by? 15 each for 1 extra gold. So, we'd have to level it up, get the maximum amount of... Okay, I don't think that's worth it. I'm going to be perfectly honest. But we're going to bring May. I prefer Tiso holding this one, I'm going to be perfectly honest. We're not going to bring you. You're too ill. That I don't even think is very good. Ruki we're not bringing, so... what's Hope? Duration and Banishment. So we'll bring May, Tiso, and... Oh no, we are bringing Jodario. Okay, well, we'll do this. I'd rather have a guaranteed buff than a chance of a buff. Actually. 10.3 seconds. 11 seconds. 0.7 is not a big deal. And since you got such low hope anyway, having a chance to actually be immediately returned is quite nice. It's not a big buff, these sort of things. You know what? Hold on. Tell all your friends about us, because I already told mine. We didn't look up the orb to see if we got something for Beyond a Crystal. A visit for my favourite reader. What's your what's the occasion? None of them. Oh, what's on your mind? There's an undulation I have sensed, reader, which means, I think, that your black wagon sails the seas. Am I not right? Of course I am. She laughs at this, or herself, perhaps. I scarce remember the sea. It has been a little while since I bathed in it, you understand. I forgot this was your voice. My memories of it are wistful nonetheless. Although, if I remember correctly, the Sea of Solace is a disgusting mockery of the Emerald Seas near the Empire. Do be careful out there, will you? Now let me cease my prattling, lest I extend my sentence by another such eternity or two. We'd best stick to business. But I wonder if you're going to be like our final person. Our final rights partner. Oh, commence right. We can think about that later. Something having a right of ours, or whatever, with a rights now commence. Sorry, I don't know why I skipped past it. What do you think, Tiso? Don't I just look like Mr. Hedwin? Tiso's worried about Hedwin is still feeling unwell. Wait, I think. What's that? Hello? Are you a snake? Another snake? Oh, a worm. A serpentine creature emerges from the water, followed by several others of its kind. You recognise it as a worm. Oh, if it's a new word, it starts glowing, this word. Interesting. Worm. Exiled worms of Sea Dominion tend to seek out the cold of the downside seas. Known for being reckless and single-minded, they are perfectly suited for the Commonwealth's front lines. What they are all doing here, you see, is playing by their ritual raiments. The nearest one somehow loosens its mask. Good sirs and good ladies. Well, no, this is not what I expected. So it is you that he'd was summoned to a glorious competition against this knight and his brigade. Well then, let us do battle without delay. More than our freedom is at stake here, but our very honour, and this knight fully intends to reclaim his. This character is so adorable. Oh, and lest this knight forget, he is called Sir Gilman. He salutes you on all. What? He salutes you all on behalf of our Pyrehearts. I try and worm knights who perceive a rights as a great battles to be won until the contest. He is once a proud knight of a sea dominion on his self-made quest to regain his honour. I like all the triumvirates we meet. He splashes out of you just as the stars above begin to shimmer with a strange light. They're also very different. These three seem very cute. Amusing in their own right. Okay, so we said we're going to bring Jodario, Tiso and May, because May is the least experienced thus far. Probably because we never let inspiration build up on her, but May's also like the best, I think. we are relentless. And to the Hulk of Oars. I mean, what else would we do? Just sort of like stand around doing nothing? Okay, fair enough. I would never underestimate them. That would not be very noble of me, I suppose. They're knights. They give us respect. We give them respect. Oh, interesting layout. And there in the bottom right corner there, I see. We're sort of in a weird thing like this. Your fellow exiles are gathered onto a rotting deck of a Hulk of Oars. As your adversaries clamber into view, Ruki pulls up to them. Say, what are you worms even doing here? Can't you just swim back to the Commonwealth of the Sea Dominion or wherever it is you're from? Haha, an excellent point. It seems that then that these adversaries of our rights are clever, wouldn't you say, sire? Did you just get rid of them already, Gilman? As your commanding officer, this knight hereby commands it. Hark! This knight wishes to introduce his noble commander. No worm knight in history has withstood as many frontline battles. Doff your helm, sire, as is our custom. May our adversaries tremble at the sight of you. Sir Gilman intends to his commander's mask, despite his protests. Wait, give his knight his mask. You're right. This knight hereby presents to you Great Sir Deluge, a noble visage, is it not? He is a petty worm knight of a sea dominion who somehow survived countless battles. You are adorable. Sir Deluge trembles and squirms. So yeah, can you swim or no? What or what? Say, can you swim or no? Of course we knights can swim. All knights of a sea dominion can. But we are exiles in this land, the same as ye. We can swim, 'tis true, but 'tis summarily impossible to swim back up the river down which we were flushed to end up here. Nay, there is but one way to return. Silence, Gilman! Nobody cares, but back to your post. Sir Gilman hesitates, but does as he is told. Sir Gilman's hilarious, I'm going to say. This knight knows who you are, Nightwings, and he's not afraid of you. So he somehow climbs back into his mask and coils up to his full height. Now, on guard! The exiles of Worm Triumvirate takes their positions as you focus on the Book of Rites. Alright. Cute! Oh, they're such tiny auras! Reader, Hedwin's ailment means he cannot help us here. He shall be counting on us. Of course, Jodario. Jodariel. I like how you said that. Tiso. That's a huge aura you lot got. And May going to be our main offense, of course. It is done. Oh wow, I've heard so many tales of the worm knights. I thought they would be more impressive though. Gilman, status report. What is the enemy's position? They now stand ready to confront us, sire. A very brave triumvirate they seem to this knight's eye. The brave air-sucking monsters. Oh, no. Pyrehearts, be ready. These are adorable. I don't remember what Tiso does, I'm going to be perfectly honest, but... you don't have such tiny auras, we're just going to run over you. Woo! Let's get a slam down. I wanted to chuck it in, but I didn't. I can't remember what Tiso does. Oh, yeah, that's right, you have a little dash. Oh, and you explode, that's right. Well, I shouldn't have done that, I'm going to be honest. We should have just let your aura. What? I don't know how you did that, but... No! Dash straight into that. Tiso does the Pyre. Tizo needs a bit of buff to the Pyre damage, doesn't he? What the heck? Excuse... That was so fast. Whee! Alright, good hop over. I did not expect them to be so fast. Jodaro just being the good old goalkeeper she should be. Oh my word, what the heck? What's going on? As per the sacred law. Okay, so 2 more times. Gilman, your form is sloppy. Fight him as though your miserable life is on the line. Your words do wound me, sire. This knight gives every right his very, very best. I love Sir Gilman so much. He's so adorable. Though perhaps we do have much to learn from such a brave triumvirate as the ones who we now face. Whose side are you on? Get out there and vanquish them at once. Our adversaries stand divided. Let's take advantage of the opening. Sure. What are they doing? Oh, they're just arguing. Oh, wait. I guess we'll score with Jodario. Since Jodario's an insta win. We could have got more gold from Tizo farming. I keep forgetting to do that, but I feel like it's not much to gold. Like, any little bonus counts, whether we get like 5 gold, 10 gold, whatever. It does add up, but you know, there's not many of those things we want to buy. I expected more from a Worm Knights of a Cedar minion. Scream! Tizo is very pleased to have prevailed against the Worm Knights of the Pyrehearts. The sea was making me a little queasy, honestly, but we still won. We won! This knight commends you, noble Nightwings. Gloriously fought indeed, and this knight shall wistfully remember this defeat until the end of his days. I like the fact we started arguing in the middle of a battle. That's very, very flavourful. Silence, Gilman. This is all your fault, and now cavorting with our enemies. How dare you? This knight was but attempting honorary compliments. Sires, it is not in accordance with the rights to praise one's adversaries on a worthy outcome. Worthy? This knight shall show you worthy, you miserable little minnow. You're a failure, Gilman. Get now from this knight's sight. Gilman, you can join our team. What stirs? I don't think anyone's leveled up yet. Have you leveled up? I can't tell. Oh, you have leveled up. Focus, training prowess. The path towards survival on the blood border. The northern edge of the Commonwealth is a flat and vulnerable expanse. It's going to be quite a long episode, so hang in there. These rights make similar demands of us. Okay, so we've got a level up. What do we want? Take 30% longer. That we didn't want, I don't think. I don't think we wanted that. This one seems funny. Oh, we wanted aura, right? Yeah, we wanted presence. Because she's our goalkeeper. So Ruki next. Needs to get a bit more XP. Tizo. Getting there. Nice, nice. Yeah. Jodario is our goalkeeper, so we want her to have a huge presence and basically be incredibly difficult to get past. So much so that it's going to be impossible to jump even over her, I think. So I think we'll keep going. We'll do the coach conversation and we'll round off this episode before we move on to the next area. After besting the Pyrehearts rather decisively, you at last return to the wagon with your companions. There was little discussion of the Pyrehearts, who seemed to have already swam off towards whatever the next of the stars directed them. Instead, your fellow exile's attention turned towards your companion, who was absent for the rite. How is Hedwin? The lone minstrel makes a sound, but no words form as yet. Something is troubling him. I urged him to remain bedridden. And he simply would not listen. I'm very sorry, but... Wait, what? Everyone stares at the lone minstrel in stunned silence. The lone minstrel breathes a heavy sigh. Where did he go? But then... Hey, what's with the long faces, everyone? Minstrel! I should wring that neck of yours! As I was attempting to explain, Hedwin is already up and about, despite having strongly recommended further rest. Oh! The insinuation was that he passed or something, I think. Maybe, I don't know. Whatever. Totally went over my head, I'm going to be honest. Those that are unaccustomed to sea voyage and take ill, they are very likely to experience further symptoms if they do not remain bedridden, or at least sedentary. Hedwin is running a considerable risk of having to spend another night in great discomfort. Oi, a doctor? Nay, although I travelled once with one, extensively. Look, I appreciate your caution and concern, Tarek, but I'm pretty well accustomed to discomfort here, and I had to see how things turned out tonight. I haven't had to stay out of a rite like that before. You stayed out quite a few, haven't you? So you're back among the living then, Hedwin. I was just seasick. Nevertheless, your full recovery requires rest. I think we could all use some rest after tonight. Anyway, thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for your concern. And I'm sorry that I worried you or caused you further burden. He turns to you. My friend, what do you say we figure out where to go next? I'm beginning to miss being on solid ground. You follow him outside where the night sky awaits. Sure will do as quickly. Hey, I wanted to thank you for conducting right back there without me being there. I could rest easy knowing you and the others would get through it. Anyway, I'll leave you to your reading. Can't begin to even imagine where we'll be off to next. We're well past anything a downside I've ever been. Even Jody hasn't gone this far. He bids you a good evening as you turn your attention back to the sky. The stars shine down upon you. Seek again your destination. Or as your star is fainted with the hulk of auras. The star marks your current location. Next up here, Trieste, the silver star. It's not the silver, that's purple. The silver star burns bright, the fish lands of a black basin. Alright. Ooh, that looks cool. A beast with a load of holes in them. Still further north then? Not simply north. This shall prove rather difficult. What's the problem? Our destination is beyond the deathless tempest. A tempest raging of a sea of solace for seemingly all eternity. The storm that arose after the death of a sea titan on Fathom Plains never has entirely subsided. A vessel such as ours has little hope of traversing it intact. Can't we go around it? Given our confrontation over Pyrehearts, our chances back in worm-held waters would be even worse. Come on, people. It'll be just another day of the downside. Go get yourself some sleep while we can. Bet you'll feel better in the morning. Your optimism is infectious. Isn't it? Oh, what a scoundrel you are. He's a tramp. He's a scoundrel. I don't know if those are the lyrics. Lady and Tramp, anyone? Your concur rest is in order, for the sea journey has been taxing to everyone. Come daybreak, you shall find a way to sail past the deathless tempest. So, we'll talk to Tiso, apparently. Tiso has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out. Tiso has been in a rather cheerful mood since being out at sea, and seems pleased to see you. Crikey! Tiso is grateful for having the opportunity to catch a fish for all time's sake. You're welcome, Tiso. Yak! Tiso is asking if you want to know why he loves fishing so much. Absolutely. You sense his inquiry is rhetorical in nature, so you anticipate his response. Quack! Tiso loves catching fish because he hates them and everything they stand for. Alright. He has devoted his life to the eradication of their kind, ever since he killed his family. Oh, I'm sorry, Tiso. He seems on the verge of tears, though, as far as you're aware, imps cannot cry. Here, Tiso. Then he leers at you, eyes wide, expecting a response. It seems he told you a joke. Tiso. Laugh heartily, smile and nod. Ignore it. How to respond to Tiso's attempt at humour. Tiso seemed like he can use encouragement, assuming what he said was in fact a jest. It was a noble effort, though perhaps you do not yet fully grasp the nuance of imp humour. Now's not the time for Tiso to be making jokes. You're on a very serious quest. Laugh heartily. Ha 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 ha. You must do your best belly laugh following Tiso's joke. He stares at you sidelong for a moment. Arrgh. Tiso admits the real reason he loves catching fish is because Falcon Ron pays a lot of soul for them. He snickers back at you and bounces off. Falcon Ron? +1 hope of next right, cool. Except we're not using Tiso. Or maybe now we should. That's right, we never get banished anyway. I don't know if we have another scribe. Okay. Bid her farewell. We have nothing to do with you. But that will round off this episode for today. So that was good progress we made. If you have been watching, thank you very much. If it's been Pyre, I've been Dear Darling. Any likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me Dear Darling Discord, follow me on Twitter down below. I hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.